Howdy folks, Bricks and Quacks here. Today we're going to be building the Western train station. I am super excited and super looking forward to this build. Hopefully the lag stops and it's not looking that way. Fantastic. Alright, let's get into it. So one thing, I ordered a bunch of these pieces, and these pieces are like $3 to $4 each, but they come in super handy when it does come to building some of the Western stuff. And I'll only be streaming until about 12 o'clock today, just because I'm going to have lunch with my best friend, and I'm a popular guy. This is going to be part one of the series. Hopefully I can finish building this in a couple of parts. But this is basically the Lumabricks Western train station, but I did a complete Lego version of it. And they didn't have all the Lumabrick parts, so I had to emphasize and mix certain things up, and some of the parts were really expensive, so I did try to make this as cheap as possible, but still making it look really cool. At some point in time, I will be posting these instructions for free. Or I'll post them on Rebreakable. So this is probably going to be as big as the general store. I also finished designing a couple more different Western sets, including a sheriff's office, a hat store, a hotel, if you're just joining the live stream, welcome. Like I said, this is going to be part one of a several part series of me building a Western train station. Hopefully the stuff isn't too loud. If the audio sounds bad, please give me a 1 in the chat. If it sounds good, then you can ignore it. This thing is definitely going to be massive, though. And shout out to the Brick Studio for automatically building the instructions. That's one thing I really liked back in my day. We didn't have instruction makers like that, and it was kind of difficult to rebuild some of the sets. Hey, what's up, Anthony? Sorry, I haven't been on in a while. I've been super busy. I was organizing most of my pieces and listing them on my store. All right, so we'll put that in there as well. Oh man, sorry, my allergies are acting up today. All right, I definitely didn't put this in the right location. How have you been, Anthony? I don't know why this stuff lags. I have a desktop computer, but did not have time to set it up and test it out. Oh, I can't see those instructions. I'm doing good as well. My sister got married last week, so that was pretty exciting. We drove down to Florida. It was pretty cool. I actually saw a shop or a law office that said John Marston's Law Office. I thought it was awesome. That is not in the right place. Ah. What is going on here? Okay, obviously I didn't grab the right piece. I was like, why is this not fitting? Let me just make sure. Be 6 of those. 2, 4, 6. Maybe that's the other piece. Ah, okay. I think I know where I messed up. This here. This goes there. Probably should have looked at the instructions and edited them better before then. Alright, cool. Alright, so we're moving on to bag 2. There's about 16 bags, and then I have some extra pieces over here. Hopefully we can get this done. I am going to be interested to see what the roof looks like on this. All right, like I said, this is a Lumabricks. Basically, I took the instructions from Lumabrick, and they did. They had free instructions, so I took their instructions and basically recreated this their train set in Lego form. I did have to change out a couple of the pieces, just because not all the pieces were available, and some of the pieces were like $8 or $9 for like a bracket, which is insane. Right. That does not look right. Okay. No, I have not. I do once I finish this train station. I'm probably gonna upload it to Flickr. 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, let's see those over here. I probably should have grabbed my brick separator. I may actually end up uploading that John Marston photo to Flickr. It was kind of funny. I actually did take my Red Dead Redemption characters to Miami. I was actually in one of the clubs with the characters. It was pretty funny. Oh yeah, that's a good idea. I need to reorganize the room that has all my um, Legos in it. Not this one, but the other one, because right now we're doing some remodeling, and um, they're all kind of pushed up against the wall. My dad actually gave me a brand new GoPro, so I'll probably do a GoPro video of the room. So that'll be really cool whenever I do that. I can't even see the instructions for this. Fantastic. Yeah, I may be able to. I'll just have to go through my phone and see which ones I can upload. But I should be able to upload some photos today. I have some that I didn't post on there, so. I have to say these pieces were very expensive, and there was only one seller out of all the sellers that actually had those pieces in stock. It was crazy, and I ended up buying all of them from him. I'm very worried these pieces are gonna break because they definitely feel just like the reddish brown pieces that break very easily. I can just hear the creaking going on. So just let you know, Anthony, I probably won't do that just for security reasons. Um, I don't because sometimes, especially with a lot of the AI stuff now, if somebody wanted to find where I was at, which I don't want them to, they could just find it from the pictures or whatever. AI is good and bad at the same time. I really do wish Lego would make some more Western sets. So I don't remember what his name is. Oh, the Lucky guy did end up creating a train station. I personally think my train station is going to look cooler, and I didn't want to wait until 2020. I think 7 is whenever it comes out on Bricklink uh, to get his train station because I need a train station now because I have 2 trains. we are knocking these out. We're already on bag 3. I mean, I know we're not going to finish today, but we're making some pretty good progress. I do really like these plants though, they look really cool. Well, actually that piece goes underneath. So that one felt right. Alright. No, actually, it's not super big right now. The only stuff I have on display is over here. I usually have 3 tables in here. I'm working on one of the tables, which will eventually be a medieval area. But right now, I only kind of have the Western setup, and then I have a bunch of different bags with other Western stuff I'm going to be building. Like this one is the Blue Stagecoach. I'm still collecting the pieces for it. Luckily, there's only like $20-something in pieces, so I'm actually going to be doing a video on this soon as well once I get the rest of the pieces on how to build a Blue Stagecoach. Then I also have like a Red Stagecoach. I have a couple medieval buildings over there. And then this one's like part of a medieval building set that I plan on building that I actually bought the instructions for. And then this one is one I actually finished designing a couple days ago. It's going to be the Old West Inn. So if you look at Luma Bricks, they have an Old West Inn. I thought that one looked really cool, so I kind of rebuilt that one. I changed the color and I built it in Lego. Like I said, Luma Brick and Lego have different parts. Like Lego doesn't have all the Luma Bricks parts, so you kind of have to work with what you got. I do, though, have a lot of Legos in boxes that need to be displayed or that are put together. Like, I have most of the modulars. The only 2 modulars I don't have are the Tudor Corner, the newest one that came out, I guess it's 3, and then the Market Street. But one of these days, I will either rebuild the Market Street with custom, like, Lego pieces, or I may just end up buying one. But that will be way later on down the road. Because I think that last time I priced out the Market Street, it was like pretty much unaffordable. It was crazy. It was like a couple $1,000s. Right, this is the one thing I don't like about Bricklink is it overrides the instructions with this stuff. So if like you miss something, you miss something. Okay, let me show. Okay, cool. Yeah, so that does go over there. See, and it's like you didn't even see this as part of the thing. That's not long enough. Oh, crap. And I'm actually making a lot of good progress for the foundation of this. Like, this thing's going to be massive. I mean, it's not going to be as big as this gray square right here, but it's going to be about this long. And then I can't remember. I think the train's going to go on this side. So the tracks are going to be right here, and then it's going to be right up against the tracks that are currently there. So that'll be pretty cool. I could almost build one of those forts with all these pieces. The Fort Legrado or whatever it's called. Exactly what the name is. There's so many of these pieces. All right, on to bag number 4. We are actually technically a quarter of the way done already, and it's only been 20 minutes. It'll start getting more tricky though whenever we get the smaller pieces. A lot of these bags just have the bigger pieces right now, so that's why we're flying through this. That or I'm just that good at building. All the same repetitive steps. This definitely seems really solid for actually playing and interacting with it, so I'm super looking forward to it. Alright, I'm always weary of these pieces with the clips because I'm always scared the clips are going to break off, especially because they're reddish brown pieces. You never know. But in this case, they didn't break off, thank goodness. That's pretty cool. This is a nice little entrance ramp right here. Looks like I already broke it. Okay, there we go. I'm not glad this just turned out a lot cooler than I thought it was. It's a nice feeling of designing your own sets, your own Western sets, and then just buying the pieces and building it. It's awesome. Makes me excited for the other Western sets I have coming eventually. Make sure that one goes there. Just kind of another example of them putting too many pieces on one page. somehow. It's pretty cool. So I was going through my pieces the other day, and I discovered that I actually had. I forgot I had the Black Pearl set, and just the Black Pearl flag from the Black Pearl set, the original Black Pearl set, sells for $24. I was like, oh my gosh, that's insane. It's pretty crazy. Let me go back up for a sec, because I definitely skipped some steps. I don't know why the Lumibricks, I don't know why I put there's little studs here, or not studs, but holes, to where if you wanted to build like an add-on thing, you could just connect it into there. I don't know why I didn't just take them off, because I'm not going to need them. Because there was more of a platform here, but because I'm just putting it next to the train tracks, there was no point in me adding that. Man, this computer is struggling. Like I said, I am going to test it out with my desktop next time, just because I don't think this laptop can handle three cameras. This is pretty cool though. With these pieces right here, you actually be able to pop the thing off and on. So if I ever wanted to get back into here for whatever reason, like hide some gold, I could. Just kidding. Nice. Perfect. I don't remember what this is. I think a door goes here, a sliding door. But we'll just have to see. Look, see another one of these instructions. Wow, that's so bad. Like the pages are so big on here, you can't even see what you're supposed to do. Exactly. I'm gonna take a guess here. I'm gonna assume this goes here. Probably goes there. This. These pieces were also pretty expensive. Making pretty good progress on this. The foundation is done for the most part. Ah, that's where this piece goes. Goes back here, chat. Goes back here. All right, cool. And we're moving on to the next bag. Bag number 6. Oh, because that broke. Who's there? Alright. This is. Yeah, I remember that goes. Alright, I'm just going to keep it off like this for now because these pieces are not playing nice. cannot tell which way this goes, so we're just gonna skip that part. Just worried about it a little bit. Alright, cool. So we're putting it back on there for now. We'll see how long this lasts. Yeah, no, that's not gonna happen. It is just not sturdy right here. So if you give it any sort of pressure, it just folds in, unfortunately. So we're at least going to build the foundation, like put the tiles down and whatnot, and then we'll attempt to put it back on the foundation right here. Look, see, already breaking the brown pieces. It's so sad. All right. I'm saying, I wish Lego would have did like a durability test before they released some of these pieces. Because I'm telling you, like they were just like, oh, print the brown pieces. They were just like, oh, print them out. We're not going to test the durability of them. We believe the die is strong enough. Oh, it broke? What? No way. Our brown pieces would never break. No. And yet, here we are. All right. And I'm not seeing the other brown tile that I need. Fantastic. So I actually did go through all these pieces and sort them beforehand just to make sure I had all the pieces. Because whenever I was building one of the Darth Vader helmets, I actually ended up getting halfway through the build and realizing I didn't have all the pieces. So normally what I do now is I go through and make sure I have all the pieces for the set, number them, put them in the baggies, and then just go from there. And so far this thing's come out pretty good. Don't know where those pieces go. So that goes there. here. All right, foundation is looking pretty good. About ready to add some trains. All right, I'm just going to put this back on there. All right, cool. I do like that they add like random little buckets and stuff. It really adds to the aesthetics. Assuming that goes there. Oh, it looks like we're going to be building the bench. Oh, wait, it goes here. I was like, there's no way this bench is just floating out in the middle of nowhere. All right, we're on bag number 7. If I had to guess, we'll probably make it to about the halfway mark before we're done. Before I stop streaming. Damn, there's a lot of these pieces. I definitely am going to have to add some more support right here underneath this part, because if you just push down a little too much, it caves in. I think once I get the outside wall done, though, it should be good. don't know what happened to the music. Just all of a sudden stopped. I was like, I'm trying to jam out, man. If you're just tuning in, welcome, or if you're back, welcome back. We're making really good progress on this thing. This thing is going to be huge. I don't know how much I spent on all the pieces, but I don't think it was too much. I would say I had about half the pieces in my collection already. going to be pretty cool. This is actually going to be where the ticket office is. Okay, sometimes you just need super small hands to get this stuff done. I'm trying to put these pieces on, this is not easy. Okay, we're done with the first, I guess you could say, floor part, first level, the first brick level of the train station. I like how they slipped in these two little pieces. If you aren't looking like if you don't know what to look for, you are going to look over those. I'm not really sure where this piece goes. If I had to guess, I assume it goes back here, but we're not going to make any guesses. All right, cool. Moving on to bag number 8. We are officially at the halfway mark. I don't think it's the official halfway mark, just because I think there's more pieces in those other bags. But we are really close to being good. And the crazy thing is, this thing is already really big, and we're only at the halfway mark. Great. A lot of the walls of the train station are actually going to be these little bricks here. And then a combination of some custom stuff. So it'll look pretty cool. Like I said, I saw the Lumabricks train station, and then I saw the Bricklink train station, and I was like, okay. To me, it's a clear, easy, decisive winner. The Luma Bricks one looks so much better than the other one. And now we're just gonna find that piece. Alright. Moving on. Continue. Maybe it'll magically show up. All right, this is pretty cool. Like I said, there's going to be a sliding door here. The little ticket office is going to be here. I believe there's going to be some chairs here, and then you're actually going to be able to play in here. So one of the really nice things I like about this one over the other one is you can actually like reach your hand in here and play with the figures, or you can have them walking around, create little scenes. I'm telling you, whenever I'm done with my Western setup, it is going to be the coolest Western setup ever. Okay, see, I did. Don't my intuition. I knew this went back here. It's nothing like having a whole page dedicated to just the handle of the bucket. Gotta love it. Got to love it. All right, it looks like this may also be like another little stool that people can sit on. All right, now we're finally finishing the bench. I'm really surprised this wasn't one of the first things they had us do in the instructions, just because they already had us install the black pieces. So that's pretty cool. The bench looks nice. I really do like this dark blue color. The dark blue looks really good with the red and makes it look like an old-timey Western thing. All right, so this goes somewhere over here. Who knows? All right. Wait, I don't know why it looks like that piece is floating. Wow. That's awesome. Okay. So another Lego fail. Instead of putting the pieces in the correct order, they give us the wrong order. Alright, so it looks like we're going to be stuffing a lot of these in here. Oh, I'm gonna skip this part. It's like, oh, I don't need this. Oh, that's pretty cool. It looks like multiple boxes on top of each other. Yeah, looks like that is just them giving the instructions in the wrong order. Alright, cool. All right, so now we're going to be adding the little stools where they sit down. Oh yeah, for sure. I won't forget. I will upload him whenever I'm done. That way you can see some of the progress. See some of the progress. Look at some of the Western stuff. And then you can see most of the Legos I have in my other room. So it'll be pretty cool. So this little goes here. Oh, that's where that goes. This goes here. I was like trying to figure out why that piece was so high. Maybe it doesn't go there. Who knows? We're just gonna ignore it for now. Alright, so it looks like we put the wall here. See, once again, they cover up in the instructions and they try to combine too many things into one. Let's do that. Yeah, I'm not sure how this is supposed to go because they didn't do a very good job. See, and then right here they tried to sneak that stuff in again. Yeah, I can't even see over there. What the heck, man? Oh, it looks upside down. Looks like this goes like this, and then this I think goes like this. Yeah, I don't understand how they put that piece in there because it's not going in there. Whatever. We're just not gonna worry about it. We're just gonna put the piece there. We're gonna call it a day for that. These window ledges look really good. This thing is a lost cause. I don't know how to put it on there, and the instructions do not do a good job at all of showing how to put it on there. So it's just gonna lay there until the end of time. I can't tell what that is. Maybe that goes like that? I can't tell. At least we got the box right. That actually looks pretty cool. A box in a box. You gotta put the box in the box, and then the other box in the box. Yeah, see, I don't even know what's going on right now. But we're not gonna worry about it. Let me go back up real quick. Ah, okay. So it does look like this goes here. And then I'm guessing this goes something like this. This. And this. Oh gosh. Don't want to cooperate. And then I think we're going to put the box right there. Okay, cool. Yeah, see? So then we can put... Wow, that was bad. Right. Didn't think this one through. Probably should have got two of those things. Whatever. We're going to roll with it. It could be worse. Alright. I'm not sure where these pieces go. Also not sure where that piece goes. Oh, wait. Hold on. Ah, okay. So somehow, if we take this off, so I think it's something like that. It looks a little high, but we'll roll with it. Alright, I think I'm going to do one more bag. And then we're going to call it quits. Bag number 9, one off. This thing's just hanging out on the floor. So bad. Alright, so it looks like we're going to be building quite a few of the walls up on the side here in a second. Uh-oh. Brick down, brick down. Alright, so like I said, here's the little ticket window. That's upside down. Here's the little ticket window. You put the little minifigures in here. It has a little door to get in here as well, which is pretty cool. Let me just grab a minifigure for comparison. Alright. have John Marston chilling on the bench over here. And then Arthur Morgan running the ticket stand. But I think it is pretty cool because I think, if I'm not mistaken, you just put him on the chair right here and then he runs the ticket counter, which is pretty cool. And then there's a little window right here as well where if he wants to help somebody like that, he can as well. Alright, so I guess it's more of a showpiece, not actual showpiece. All right, and I don't know where this other tan piece is. Okay, man, I'm telling you, get these pieces and these pieces. I always get them mixed up. It's like you grab the wrong one. It's like, oh man. Right, I don't know where this windowsill piece is. I could have sworn there was another one. Man, these pieces hide in plain sight. Just double check, make sure. Oh, that one didn't come out of the bag. 5, 6, 8. Nope. I don't see it, chat. I do not see this piece. So, for now, we're just going to skip over it and act like it doesn't exist. But, on a positive note, we can put this little brick here. Alright, set it there. This goes here. Looks like that is a 2-piece. See, and it's like, they'll have like 10 pieces on one page, and then you get to a page like this, and it's one square brown piece, which I don't know where it's at. Okay, skip over that one as well. Okay, so we'll do this. So I really do like the front. Here, let me just move the camera angle real quick. Yep, so that's the front. All right, so it was pretty difficult finding a good color for these windows. In the original Lumabricks thing, it did come in dark green, which I thought looked cool, but unfortunately, LEGO does not make these in dark green. So we had to go with a different color, and a color that kind of matched the theme. So if you look, there's kind of a dark blue thing going on here, which is pretty cool. All right, cool. Looks like we're starting to add some of the window pieces. Oh, see, here's the blue piece right here. See, I knew I wasn't crazy. Or maybe I am crazy. It's just the piece wasn't there. They did a good job of hiding this brown piece right here. door. Open the door. Alright, folks, I think after this page we are going to call it quits for today. We made quite a bit of progress. Put this other piece on here. We made quite a bit of progress. I do have some errands to run. But we will finish building this next time. Just one second, couple more pieces. All right, folks. Thanks again for watching. That is going to be it for today. I messed that one up. That is going to be it for today. And I will see you next time.